Hey everybody, how you doing? Dash and Dave here again. Alright, how y'all doing today? Thursday, March 31st, 2022. The last day of the calendar quarter, which is also our business fiscal calendar as far as gig economy goes. First quarter be in the books at the end of the day. Been a good first quarter for me, I believe. Had a little stumble here or there, but I'm working that Uber Eats thing in conjunction with the Doordash. We're rolling in. It's just a little bit before 9. Just rolled into town here. Gonna swing by Cabin Coffee and reset the mileage and all that stuff. My little bit of paperwork that I do. Hopefully we can get a Cabin Coffee run to start the day off pretty good. Had a good day yesterday. I met my $200 target in 9 hours. Been playing around with the Uber Eats and playing that off of Doordash and kind of developing a strategy here and there. I kind of lost my strategy a little bit yesterday and just didn't have my mojo going or what, and it was a slow start for the morning, and God, I was at like $15 an hour for the first hour and a half, hour, 45 minutes or something like that. And, I was thinking, oh my God, behind the 8 ball. And then a few hours later, probably around noon 30 or something like that, was calculating my hours, and I was already up to $22 per hour between the two apps, which meant I was probably doing, 25, 27 in order to get away from the 15 average and all that. So anyway, so it was actually a better morning than it felt, Today's Thursday, tomorrow's April 1st, Friday. I'm going to play a new strategy here, and that's $2 per mile minimum on Doordash, which is what I've usually done, and then $3 per mile on Uber Eats, which on Uber Eats isn't that hard to get to because their base pay and the customer tips just a little bit better than on Doordash. But again, in this market here, Ames, Iowa, Doordash is king. You cannot make a living on Uber Eats during the day. If I get 50 offers a day from Doordash, I'm getting 15 to 20 in that same time frame from Uber Eats. So Uber Eats is just a nice fill. Or, ooh, there's a really good one, I'm going to take that one. So, going to be getting the spreadsheets all built and everything. Look back at the first quarter. I've already got them built, but I need to, reconcile a few things and everything. But it's looking pretty good. And my birthday's in April, so I've got tags, I've got licensing, on the motorhome and Speedwagon and the little utility trailer that I have. Property taxes here at the end of the month. It's just that this month right here, the end of March, the 1st of April, huge outlays of cash from me because of mainly when my birthday is. But anyway, things are rolling good and things are getting better. We had a little snow, as you can see, but this is March, April in Iowa. If you don't like the weather, wait a day and it'll change. So anyway, alrighty. All right, living the good life. I already know that there's going to be a hidden tip on this because I saw this on Pedro's channel. He was talking about a Papa John's run, and the guy at the Papa John's there, he can see the total payout. He says, we were talking about tips and hidden tips and all, and he goes, yeah, I think this one is showing a $20 hidden tip. I think this one is showing $20 on the tip. And it's 7 pizzas, like 6 2-liters a pop. And that's the 12, 13 items there. So anyway, we're taking it to a printing company. They're obviously buying lunch for everybody on a Thursday, last day of the month. Living pretty good. That's going to help the average, tremendously here today. So far, only one Uber Eats job, and that's based on my $3 per mile metric, so to speak. So, but I think it's going to be a good day. I think tomorrow's going to be a good day. Call it the end of the month. Everybody gets paid effect, and we'll see what happens. All right, let's look at the first quarter numbers for 2022. Over here on the left, you can see each month for each different gig: DoorDash, Roadie, and Uber Eats, which I started in March. Only worked 393 hours for the quarter. I took some days off here and there, as I mentioned before. Had a total of 1,169 jobs, which over on the right here on the total job count, you can see I'm up to 1,905. Gross pay clocks in at $8,380. Across all the gigs, my average hourly gross pay, $21.32. Speedwagon logged a little over 4,000 miles, 4,116. 329 gallons used, $1,052 is what it cost me at the pump. Over here on the right, under the dollars per mile average for all the gigs, $2.04. So my $2 per mile average is working out pretty good for me. Gross pay, as noted, $8,380. Taxes, $1,047. Gas cost me $1,052. Vehicle expenses, I set that aside in a checking account for Speedwagon, you know, for tires and everything. $419 set aside for my final net of $5,861.95, which breaks down to, after all the expenses, $14.91 per hour. Now, before any of you groan and go, oh my God, that's horrible, under 15 bucks. Remember, that's after all of my expenses, my taxes, paying in for my Social Security, setting aside for Speedwagon expenses, gas, taxes, everything, okay? And like I've said before, if you work a W-2 job that pays $17 an hour and you only have 15% of deductions, you know, your state and your Fed taxes, after those deductions, you're making $14.45. So I'm above a $17 an hour W-2 job after all my expenses. I'll take it. Thank you very much. Up here under the calculator, the taxes you see there, that's just for the feds. Down below here, I've added in a rate for my state tax rate that I'm kind of guessing at, to be 100% honest with you. I'll be doing my tax video here very soon, so keep an eye on that. So my total tax was $1,382 for the first quarter. And again, every week I pull that aside and put that into a separate savings account and stash it there, and I will pay quarterly taxes so I don't have a whole big bill at the end of the year. I found some conflicting information, and I'll discuss this in the taxes video, that, you know, gig workers need to pay quarterly taxes. If you don't, there'll be a 3% penalty for not doing that, which really isn't that great of an amount, but, you know, set it aside and pay it ahead of time and stay ahead of the game. Let's take a look at my job performance numbers now. Alright guys and gals, that's all I've got for you today. Hopefully you can take something from this video and put it to use for yourself. Thanks for coming along for the ride, and hope to see you next time.